The first one is that, in February, there's going to be a retreat here, and there's only room for 17 people. 17 people have signed up, so that there will be a waiting list. If anyone's interested in coming, please try and sit still. Dan, will you please, hello, try and sit still. And But there's been requests that I do a second retreat if people are interested. And I would, at first I really hesitated, and then I thought, if people want to come and do this thing, I will do it. So if you're on the waiting list and there's like 10, 12 people that sign up, I will be happy to, do another retreat, not probably the weekend after first retreat. And then I thought, look, if anybody comes here from God knows where, people coming from Brazil, coming from, Israel, and if they want to spend another week, you know, uh, they can sign up for this retreat. In fact, anybody that wants to spend another week here can sign up for the retreat. And if we put together 10 or 12 people, I'll do a second retreat. As much as I have resistance, it's really hard work, these retreats, but the benefits are so extraordinary that I don't mind doing this and I don't mind. So if you're interested in attending, this second retreat, it would be the weekend afterwards. Get in touch with Jennifer or myself and let us know. And if we put together 10 or 12 people, we'll do another retreat. The second thing is that by the first week in February, I should be finished with the book, with editing it, and I'm going to start looking for a publisher. If you want to read this thing, I mean, there's something 95 of them now on my website, edited and open, and I'll tell you very frankly, it's probably some of the best writing I've ever done in my life. And I don't say this because I want to promote myself or give myself some kind of label. I'm just stunned at the stuff that's coming out. When I'm getting response from Bob Sink and from Kenny, and the response has been really amazing. So I'm hoping you all benefit from these things. They're short essays, but they're very powerful and very richly written. And the whole purpose of them is for people to begin to see what's possible through deep meditation and having a spiritual life. I mean, I got a deep rest this week and I still have this silly cough. But, I went to the gym today, did a really intense workout on a treadmill, didn't cough once. you know, I'm sitting here trying to communicate with all of you. And anyway, God bless. We'll have a meditation class. And afterwards, if anyone has a question, I'll be happy to try and answer it. Right.
Stuart, I have a question.
Yes.
During the meditation, a memory came to me of something that happened in my past that caused me a lot of anger. And when this memory surfaced, I felt a very strong, um, like explosion inside of me. And then a lot of sadness, and I started crying. And then when you feel like a frog in your throat kind of a thing. And then a lot of like, the inorganic movements. I was trying very, very hard to stay centered. I guess my question is, if that were to happen again, I mean, was it the right thing to do to stay centered, or should I just allow the energy to do its thing? It was
Look,
a lot of work to stay centered with all of that stuff happening.
look, let's start from the beginning here. It's good that this has happened, Laura, because you have had this experience buried inside you most of your life. And something in you has opened deep enough to allow that experience to release itself. It's coming up, it floods your system a little bit, not the most pleasant thing, but you're getting free of it. You're getting free of it. And you have to understand that what happened to you is not a negative thing. It's something very positive, actually, because that negativity, that vision that you had has been buried inside you, maybe most of your life. And you're having a chance to get free of it. It's coming up, and then you've got to go deep enough inside yourself, to be able to release that experience and just allow it to go into the cosmos, where it just becomes energy and it's no longer some visualization of a negative thing. So I wouldn't be upset about this.
Oh, I'm not upset. I just wanted to know if like the it was a lot of work to stay centered, and I just wanted to know if I did the right. I mean, afterwards I felt very peaceful and full of
Of course,
strong
because you let
gratitude.
go of a demon that's been living inside you most of your life. No wonder you felt more peaceful. Really, Laura, I mean, that's what it's all about. Now, by the continuance of inner work, you'll stay free of that. And I promise you, there'll be other ones. There will be other ones that are buried inside you. But you have precedents now. And when they get released, you'll just surrender them. You'll let go of them and free yourself of the tension that, you know, kind of horror that people live with. Anyway, what happened to you is not negative. It doesn't have to be analyzed. You just have to be grateful that you released it and that it can become part of the universe, into the cosmos, you know? Something a little more serious than this. When I was years ago and I wrote that book, Leah, when I was working with that young girl who had cancer, we went to a doctor up in Washington State, somewhere, I forgot the name of the town. And and he examined her, and he was supposed to be a healer. He's a very famous guy, actually. And we went to him for the purpose of him trying to help her get over the problem. One of the things he said to her that I'll never forget, he said, you know, just let go of the problem. Let it become energy in the cosmos. Once you release it, it is no longer positive or negative. It's just energy. And I think that's really applicable to what you just experienced. You don't have cancer, thank God. This girl was very, very sick. And but he told her that you have to just let go of it. Let go of the sick. To give the sickness to God. Give it to the cosmos. Give it to higher source of energy. Release yourself from it. It's the same thing with problems that are deep inside people. Give them over to higher energy in the universe. They transform into energy. They're no longer positive and negative, and you get free of them. Now, you need to have a strong system inside to be able to do this. That's what the meditation is for, to build that kind of system that enables you to do what I'm talking about.
Thank you, Stuart.
No, you're welcome, dear. It's great, Laura. I'm not going to commiserate with the problem. I'm going to say it's great that you release the problem and that you can get free of it. It'll take you to another level in your life. Does anyone else have a question? Does anyone else have a question? Okay, if there are no more questions, there'll be class on Sunday, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. And again, I'm very happy to be back here to see all your beautiful faces, to see the sparkle in people's eyes. It's amazing. You don't see a lot of this in life. Mostly you see people, complaining everything in the world that's wrong with the world. And truthfully, nothing is wrong with the world except what people make wrong with it. That's it. People make all the bullshit that goes on in the world, mostly because they're not having a spiritual life. They're not working inside themselves. So they attach themselves to negative energy, which is right on the surface and very easy to attach oneself to. And the whole purpose of inner work is to go deep enough that you can transform the negativity to a spiritual life. Other than that, we just live on the surface, the scum, you know? And I don't think anybody wants to live that way, although most people don't make an effort to transform it and change it. Well, they do it in a very intellectual way, and it never really ends out. So God bless you all. Thank you. And New Year's is coming. It's the end of the year. And it's always a time of just, major change for everybody. And I think it's a time that we all have to surrender very deep. I remember Rudy always say, on New Year's Day, get on a corner and just walk away from 2000 and whatever it was. Just walk away from it. This year has been really an impossible year. People dying left and right. Unbelievable. People getting sick with cancer and problems. And so I think it's time to just walk away from it. Get strong enough inside to detach oneself from that kind of energy. And then you can have empathy and real compassion for human beings and do something to help them in their lives. Not in an intellectual way or mind way, but through deep love, through an open heart, through real compassion, and through a practical use of spiritual work that can change and effectually change something in a human being's life. Without that, I just wrote this, really interesting because, spiritual practice, spiritual work has to be made practical. It has to be palpable. It has to be something that can be used in life. Otherwise, it's a waste of everybody's time. And I think that's the wonderful thing that I learned from Rudy, how to make this work practical, how to use it, pragmatic, use it in daily life. instead of just talking about it and selling it to other people and this, but making it a very practical part of one's life. Otherwise, it's just a waste of everybody's time and energy. I mean that, you know? So one sees change, one sees transformation, one sees inner change, one sees outer change. And then you know that your spiritual practice is being used in a pragmatic way. And there's love. There's God, there's love, compassion for oneself, for other people. Not lip service compassion, but real, you know, by touching the hearts of other people and doing something to help them in their lives. Does anyone else have a question they would like to? Okay, thank you. God bless you all. I'm happy to be back. In a meditation class, got rid of my cough. I'm happy to be back, and God bless you all. And I'm looking forward to seeing. There'll be class on Sunday, and I'm looking forward to seeing. It'll be last class of the year. You know, so try and attend. We can let go of 2023 on Sunday completely. Walk away from it in a meditation class. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Stuart. Good night.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Stuart.
Stuart.
Night.
Welcome back.